Good evening. My name is Jamie, and I will be your conference operator today. At this time, I'd like to welcome everyone to the Orange Bowl conference call. All lines have been placed on mute to prevent any background noise. After the speaker's remarks, there will be a question-and-answer session. If you would like to ask a question during this time, simply press star, then the number 1 on your telephone keypad. I'll now turn our call over to Mr. Wall. Sir, you may begin.
Thank you, operator. I'm not going to do much at the opening. We have Coach Harbaugh here. I'll let him make some opening remarks and then open up with some questions. Thanks for all your patience and for being able to get on real quickly, and we'll take it from there. Coach, go ahead.
Hi, my name is Jim Harbaugh. Thanks, Mr. Wall. Sorry, wasn't able to get on the call earlier. I had some. I was on a plane. But thanks for coming back at this time. I'd be ready. Any questions? I'd be glad to answer.
If you would like to ask a question, please press star, then the number 1 on your telephone keypad. Your first question comes from the line of Jeff Snook with the Orange Bowl.
Hey, Jim, being at the 86 game against FSU in Ann Arbor, I think it was your senior year, you won by 2. I just remember it being one of the worst, probably officiated games I ever saw. What do you remember about that ball game?
What was the final score? I don't remember the final score.
20-18, you won.
Oh, was it 2 point? Okay. I just remember how great Deion Sanders was. That really stood out in my mind. And Coach Bowden, he was really cool. I remember running and scrambling. I think I scrambled once to the left and once back to the right toward their bench, and ended up having kind of ran almost, 80 or 90 yards one way to the one side and then all the way back to the other side, and then ended up throwing it out of bounds. And I just remember him being cool and giving me a smile and kind of a pat on the back. And he said something, but and then he was my coach that year. Bo and Coach Bowden were coaches in the Hula Bowl, so I got to know him a little bit better at that point too. So those are the 2 things that stick out the most in my mind from that game.
You would have been in the NFL, but did you watch the 91 game?
Yeah, I remember not seeing the entire game, but I did remember watching it. FSU won that one. High scoring, back and forth type of game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was 51-31, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
remember that one.
Your next question is from the line of Dan Murphy with ESPN.com.
Hey, Jim, we just talked to a few of the players, and they were bringing up the Christmas camp you guys did last year and doing that again this year. Is that, given the fact that you guys were aiming for the playoff spot and came up a little bit short, is there any concern about making sure those guys are motivated and still willing to put in the work here for a few more weeks?
Well, I know I am. I know I'm motivated and ready to put in the work and looking forward to it.
Again, if you would like to ask a question, please press star, then the number 1 on your telephone keypad. We have a follow-up from Jeff Snook with the Orange Bowl.
Yeah, Jim, you were here 6 years ago with Stanford. Just aside from that, what are your memories of watching the Orange Bowl? It was always New Year's night after the Rose in prime time. You got any great memories of it?
Yeah, a bunch. Vivid memories of when our Stanford team was there in 2010. I remember being there as a youngster in 1975. Playing against Michigan, played against Oklahoma. I was like 12 years old at that time. That great Oklahoma team, just great teams being in the game, and exciting atmosphere. I mean, we all really enjoyed our experience at the Orange Bowl the last time we were there. I had a 8-day-old, 9-day-old daughter, Katie, who's now, she'll be turning 6 on December 17th. So that was her first trip was to the Rose Bowl or to the Orange Bowl, and it was good. It was a lot of hard work and preparation, but like I just said, we really look forward to that. Tremendous matchup. That this will be very excited about that.
Your dad was on the 75 staff, right?
Yes, he was the defensive backs coach on the 75 staff.
Okay. Sure. Do you remember anything specifically about that game? I think it ended 14-6.
Yeah, I remember. I remember Rick Leach. Did Rick Leach get hurt in that game and Mark Elzinga came in?
Yeah.
I remember that. Or maybe Rick was hurt before the game. Can't remember if he it was before or during the game that he got hurt. And just the Oklahoma players, Joe Washington and the Selman brothers, just this amazing team running the wishbone. It was cool. Watched it I was able to be on the sidelines for the game after that, and I remember seeing coconuts for the first time. Coconut was in 1975. Good memories.
Hey, one more thing. Did you go ahead and take the time to watch the tape of the Ohio State game?
I did.
Have you changed your opinion at all on officiating, or is it the same, or maybe even worse since then?
Well, I guess we can all just call it. We see it differently, and leave it go with that. But I still don't accept it as a given that you can't speak your mind and give your opinion on how you see things. So telling the truth is making things worse, then so be it.
Did you have any conversation with Jim Delaney at all?
No, like I said, we can just call it. We see it differently and leave it go with that.
Okay.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to ask a question, please press star, then the number 1 on your telephone keypad. We'll pause for just a moment. Coach, I'm showing that your next question comes from the line of Dan Murphy with ESPN.com.
Hey, Jim, I was going to ask you about the fine there, too, but I'm guessing you don't have much more than what you just said on it. We'll ask, though, a couple of guys that we spoke to tonight mentioned that the seniors, Wormley and Glasgow, those kind of guys that playing against the Florida State team for their last college game is an opportunity to show some NFL scouts and things and put things on tape against a good opponent. Is that a factor for those guys as they get ready to move on from college ball at this point that you talk about with them?
Yeah, well, I would think we all just look at it the same way. Tremendous opportunity to play football game against a great opponent, national television. I always remember everybody watching the Orange Bowl. I think most of the country, people who like football anyway, will be tuned in, and that's a tremendous field, tremendous place to play. Love the new renovations they've done in the stadium. Incredible what Mr. Ross has done down there. And yeah, I mean we all watch Florida State too. We see them, and what a fine team they always have, and great atmosphere for football and their fan base, and the white pony and the spear, and it's all cool. Everything about it. I think it'll be a great matchup. So we'll be excited to practice and get better and get prepared and get ready for a football fight at the Orange Bowl.
I guess one quick follow-up. With the fine that you got last week, will that make you rethink or change at all the way that you speak in post-game press conferences or talk to officials or anything like that? You can just refer back to my earlier comment on it. I'll refer you back to that. Fair enough. So I don't accept it as a given. You can't speak your mind or tell the truth.
You have a follow-up question from Jeff Snook with the Orange Bowl.
Hey, Jim, did you watch the Virginia Tech-Clemson game last night? I mean, was that the game maybe you were holding out hope to get in the Final Four?
I was just watching the game. Yeah, I was watching both games, the Wisconsin-Penn State game and the Virginia Tech and Clemson game.
Do you have an opinion how it all turned out with Washington staying at the 4 spot?
No, I saw that game too. They played real well as well. I was honestly watching the games as a fan.
As you've been in the Pac-10 and the Big Ten now, I mean, is the Pac-10 being underrated across the country, or is it getting its just due?
Is the Pac-10 being underrated?
Well, I mean, how do you see it? You're one of the few coaches probably ever that's coaching both of them. I can't think of anybody else coaching the Pac-10 and the Big Ten. You got a unique perspective on it.
I bet there's a lot that have coached in the Pac-10.
As head coaches.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe not as many as head coaches, but it's yeah. What do you want to say?
Well, just
I respect the play in the Pac-12. Yeah, a lot. Big 12, Big 10, SEC, ACC, Mid-American, wherever they play football.
And sir, you have a question from the line of Nick Baumgardner with M Live Media Group.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
Good, Nick.
Hey, some of the guys talked about making a statement in this game, like they felt they belonged in that top 4, even though, they put themselves in position to not be in the top 4. Do you talk to these guys about that at all, about a chance to go prove that maybe you belong?
No, haven't talked about that yet. No, we're just going to play. I mean, the greatest year is going to play because we love to play. We love the game. We have great respect for the game of football, and what a tremendous opportunity this is to play in the Orange Bowl against a great football team. So I'm excited about it. I don't have any statement to make on anything other than that.
Thanks.
Looking forward to it. Great place to play and coach.
Sir, you have a question from the line of Paul Nyberberg with USA Today Sports.
Hey, Jim, I'm wondering if your NFL experience has come in handy a bit for you personally and maybe in how you're addressing your team since Ohio State, simply because you reached a championship game, came back the next year, reached the Super Bowl, couldn't win that game, but came back the next year, won the championship game. Has there been a lesson for you there, or a lesson that you've been able to pass on to your team?
Yeah, I don't know that the NFL experience has any bearing on it. Yeah, we love to compete. Okay. We're the opportunity to play in the next game, win the next game. That's been our mantra as a football team.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Your next question is from the line of Chris Solari with Detroit Free Press.
Hey, Jim. I guess, early prep here, what do you know about Dalvin Cook, and what type of things and challenges does he present to you guys on the defensive side?
Well, we just really been able to just look through the keyhole and seen Florida State just a few times on TV. So have not watched any of the coaches' tape yet. Just traveling back, just landed a bit ago, and so that's what I know. Not much at this point.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to ask a question, please press star, then the number 1 on your telephone keypad. We'll pause for just a moment. I'm showing there are no further questions at this time. Mr. Wall, would you like to do closing remarks?
Yes, thank you, operator. Thanks, Coach, for making the time, and thanks, everybody, for getting back with us on quick notice. We appreciate everybody for your help. Appreciate your cooperation, Coach, and Dave and your group in Ann Arbor. So thanks very much again, and we look forward to having you all down here for the Capital One Orange Bowl, December 30th, 8 o'clock, orangebowl.org for credentials and hotel information. Thank you very much. Good evening.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting us. Thank you.